Hey! Good morning. Welcome to the Seven Dimensions Practice Hall and our first exploration into the second dimension of communicating, which is breathing. The most common complaint I hear about men from women is that they don't listen. The inability to receive someone and to take them in and to take in what they are saying keeps relationships in a very small corral. The rush to butt in or to cut them off or to keep the subject of the conversation familiar is the essence of women's most common frustrations about men. Today I will show you how to change that forever. In the last video, we explored curiosity and how your internal conversation and the internal picture you have of the people around you is created by default questions. Those automatic questions which we unconsciously have adopted from living in a culture of separation, and which result in us relating to someone much smaller and much less than the actual human being that is standing or sitting next to us. I also suggested a possible perspective you can take about yourself and about your focused person, which is that you are both vast, multidimensional beings capable of accessing unlimited creativity, consciousness, and mystery. I also suggested some questions you could ask yourself that would develop a bigger conversation and a bigger picture of that person, a conversation and picture which would open up new possibilities for your relationship. Right now, I want to tell you a story about breathing. As a young man, my personality was, you could call, caustic. Intelligent and witty, but capable of cutting people down, which kept my friends on edge, never knowing quite what to expect. Needless to say, I watched friends leave my circle on a regular basis. But I fit in with the East Coast mentality at the time. Now, to recover from a serious accident, I began practicing yoga. During those classes, I learned one particular simple breathing technique which forever changed my life. Who would have thought that the simple act of breathing could have that effect? And the effect showed up literally overnight. That technique is what I want to share with you this morning. It will help now if you stand up and give yourself some breathing room. Notice how you're breathing right now. And we'll call it your default setting of breathing. How is your breathing like your life? Now, for those of you who are more athletic or who practice martial arts, your default level of breathing may be fairly full. For the culture, however, the common default level of breathing is to breathe just enough to keep from falling over. I trust you're not falling over now. Stretch out a little bit as you breathe and I talk. Oxygen is the most important nutrient for your body. Hawaiians say that in the breath is life. Aloha is not just a greeting, by the way, but a blessing which is spoken. Breathe. Most people live oxygen-deficient lives, and then they wonder why infections linger or immune diseases flourish, or why their thinking is foggy. Air is wonderful stuff, at least when it is unadulterated. Breathe. One of the first things people notice when they begin breathing exercises is the low quality of air they tolerate in their cities, offices, and even in their homes. What is your tolerance for poor quality air? Breathe. It's difficult to have a healthy relationship with yourself if you are not supporting the health of your own body with clean air. And your relationship with yourself, of course, is reflected in your relationship with others. Breathe. Create some space in your body for your lungs to expand a little more. Great. Can you hear your breath? Listen for your breath. What I discovered as a young student of yoga was that I loved doing this. It's called Ujjayi breathing, meaning the breath of victory. Breathe. It's also called healing breathing. Practicing the Ujjayi breathing is when I adopted my first deliberate default question, which is, what is the sound of and feeling of my breathing right now? When I do that, it immediately calms me down. It quiets the chatter in my mind. Breathe. What is the sound and feeling of your breath right now? Okay, so now the Ujjayi breathing, you create a little constriction right back here in the back of your throat, right back here with your vocal cords. Such a simple sound. And yet when you pay attention to it, when I pay attention to it, immediately my body can just let go, relax, even if it's just for a few seconds at a time. That's all I need. The constriction in your throat produces what could be called white noise, a particularly soothing experience. How it changed my life overnight is that I would rather experience this sensation than deliver my next witty barb. I immediately stopped being a clever asshole and began giving myself and other people more space just to be. I stopped rushing in with my opinion because it would mean losing touch with the calm that would fill my whole body. With that one breathing technique, I was able to begin creating my own peace and my own calm. And it showed up as people around me being willing to spend more time and to be more relaxed with me. I learned how to receive people while letting go of my limited picture and story of them because I couldn't do the breathing and run the old story at the same time. I now find myself literally inhaling the people I talk to. Breathe. And it hasn't damaged me. I found I can practice it while driving or while riding the subway and even while sitting at my computer. I learned I could even do it while making love, which made me able to receive my lover at a deeper level. How wonderful is that? Your practice for today and for the rest of your life is to do Ujjayi breathing as often as possible. For me, it has been over 4 decades. So please enter your insights and your realizations and questions in the comments below, and I will meet you right back here in a couple of days when we will begin our exploration of energy. Breathe.